Welcome everyone to Card Collectanea. This is Cindy, and today I'm going to make a card using two of the different cricket cartridges, Country Life, which I've used a good bit lately, and Heritage, which is a new one to me. And I'll show you where we're headed there in just a moment. I'm starting today with a sort of almost an apple green, a light green. This is Basil cardstock. It has a little texture to it. You can see that. This is a 5.5 by 4.25 inch card, and I have folded it or turned it horizontally here rather than portrait. I've got landscape. And then I'm going to add 3 different mats to this. I've got a fairly bright red. This is from Hobby Lobby, from their paper studio, and this one is 5.25 by 4. Then I have almost the same color. One more first. Then I have a white mat that is 5 1/8 by 3 1/8, 3 7/8. I mean 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and that will go on here. And then I have this very pretty polka dot mat, which piece which I've had for a very long time, and I don't even know what card pack it came from, but I'm going to put all 4 of these together so that you see just a little bit of white. Without the white it was a little dark, so I'm going to put all 4 of these together, layer them together with my ATG gun, and then I'll be back to show you what I'm going to put on. Alright, I'm back with the mats all down. I really like this now. It looks very, very nice. The colors are lovely together, and that little bit of white really makes the difference. Now for the cuts that I'm adding to the card. From the Country Life cartridge, I'm using the apple cutout that's on page 53. And I cut all the parts to it at 2 3/4. So that means that you cut this all is one piece. So I cut all of that in brown so you can see the stems that show through and the little seeds. So start with brown. I started with brown. Then this piece here I cut in red, and then I also cut this layer in red and this piece in white. And then I added a green leaf right here. There was a little white piece to put on the apple to show it right there, but I didn't like the way that looked, so I left it off. And so here is what my apple turned out to be. And when I got it all finished, I took some glossy accents and put on the seeds and gave them a little bit of a shine, and I really like it. It's just a cute little cutout and very easy to put together. And then I decided that since my card background was green again and didn't have much white in it, I shadowed the whole thing in white. And once again that's over here on this side of the page, the shadow. So I used a white shadow rather than a dark shadow, and when I get ready to put this on the card it looks like this. And then the only thing that I needed was a sentiment. And for my sentiment on this apple card, I decided to use a little phrase that is taken from a verse in the Bible. It's not an exact quotation, but it says, "the apple of his eye." And all I did for this one was to print it out. On the printer I used, I'm not sure what font, perhaps Bradley's Hand, I'm not sure. And I just printed that out in about 14-point font, trimmed it up, used my paper cutter to make a rectangle, and then put banner ends on each end. And then behind that I added a little red matte piece of cardstock that was very close to the color of this apple. And so I just put that behind it, trimmed it to the right size, and then cut the banner ends on it as well. And so I just really like this apple card. It shows up well. The colors are very complementary, and so I hope you like it. And you could put any kind of saying there. It wouldn't have to be that particular one, although I like that a great deal. So have a great day. Come back and see me again soon. Bye-bye.